May park. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 153, week 50 of Alone Together Pittsburgh, and a very special episode we're going to have tonight, which is the Pittsburgh Cares Help or High Water Takeover tonight. If it's your first time hearing about us or finding out about us, Alone Together Pittsburgh started streaming the day the shelter-in-place order came down from the state back in last March, and we've been the little streaming show that could ever since there. We wanted to keep a sense of community, keep people in contact with each other, and we are really excited about tonight's show because we all came from different things, and the pandemic actually kind of shook us all in different ways. Everybody's been affected by it. We all had different jobs. We all never dreamed about hosting or producing a streaming talk show. And Help or High Water at Pittsburgh Cares, this event is usually, one of the best events in town, but things have to pivot, right? So because of that pivoting, this is why we're hopefully a good fit for them tonight. So you're going to be seeing some serious action tonight. There's going to be over 20 different organizations that are going to be speaking on here. And this is all brought together by Pittsburgh Cares, which basically is, you probably know if you're watching, but Pittsburgh Cares, it doesn't matter your age or your availability or your interests, they can find a way to connect you to help give back to different organizations and give back to Pittsburgh, which is why we are thrilled that they chose us to team up with them and do this tonight. But things are going to be coming rapid fire. You're going to find out as many things as you can. But before we do, a couple pieces of housekeeping. Ticking below me, if you have any donations for Pittsburgh Cares, text PGH Cares to 44321. Okay, and also, as the show goes on, please comment. If you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, just comment and we'll hit up there. We're going to try to answer your questions as they can. And if we don't answer your questions live, we'll have people hopefully can go back through the comments section and contact you later and answer your questions. But we're not here to hear from me tonight. Hey, Dave, what's Pittsburgh Cares really about?
Looking for ways to volunteer and give back to your neighbors? Pittsburgh Cares is the place to find the right volunteer job for you. We inspire, equip, and mobilize people to effect positive change in our communities. Join us today and visit pittsburghcares.org.
Hey, and just like that, welcome everybody.
Thank you.
Amanda, Nina, Danielle.
Hey.
Well, I'm very excited to be here tonight.
Oh my goodness. Thank you for having us. We're so excited.
Yeah, this is great.
So aside from like the nickel tour that I gave, let's talk a little bit more about Pittsburgh Cares.
Yeah. So Pittsburgh Cares, we started as a group of friends who wanted to make volunteering easier for the city. And so I think we started as just a paper mailer. We had people that would literally call nonprofits back in the 90s and put together a newsletter and mail it out old school style. That's right, paper mail
with a stamp
of volunteer opportunities that people can get involved with. So we've turned into a little bit more of a modern approach. We aggregate a lot of volunteer opportunities on our website at pittsburghcares.org. And Nina and Danielle also run some fantastic programming directly with individuals.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so I work with our corporate groups and plan days of service for them. It looks a little different right now with most companies either not allowing volunteering in groups or they're just not available. So we're trying to find some creative solutions to do things from their home or if they can do it in small groups. But yeah, it's been an interesting one this year.
I'll bet. How long did it take you to pivot? I mean, when this thing dropped down last March, I guess is when it became a public. You guys kind of hit the ground running. There wasn't a lot of downtime.
Yeah, we pretty quickly threw together some COVID response related efforts. Poor Danielle got thrown into a lot of it. She was coordinating a buddies program that seniors and people at higher risk of contracting COVID could sign up to have a volunteer do their shopping and all of that stuff. And she was playing matchmaker like we do, we're kind of doing tonight too, hopefully making some good matches. But I'd like to say that we've pivoted, but I feel like we're still pivoting and coming up with new ways that people can stay involved despite having to be home and all that stuff.
Yeah. I can imagine. I mean, it's just a constant life of pivots for the last year.
Right.
It is. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I direct our retired and senior volunteer program, RSVP for short, and that's for anyone who's over the age of 55. You don't have to be retired. If you're still working, people can still get involved in it. But for anyone over the age of 55 who wants to get involved in volunteering, maybe use some of the skills that they developed while working, look for new ways to engage and build different relationships. So a lot of, pre-COVID, a lot of social interaction and events and fun things to do that involve volunteering and just outings. But since COVID started, we've pivoted a lot and switched to a lot of virtual and at-home volunteer opportunities, particularly for that demographic who's a little higher risk. And it's actually been really great. We've had an awesome time. Volunteers have been engaged. We've still continued to be able to build relationships with them and just get new people involved. So, even some of the things that we've been doing over the last almost year at this point, we want to kind of keep some of those options, even, as whenever that will be, as the pandemic kind of comes to an end. But it's been, it's been fun. It's been interesting. We run programming in Beaver, Allegheny, and we are expanding to Butler County for RSVP as well come April. So lots of people involved, 3 different counties. Yeah, but it's been good. Yeah, it's been a good year actually for RSVP. So
that's amazing. So how do you guys feel about what's going to be happening tonight?
Very excited.
I am excited.
I am actually excited too. I'm feeling like I've never done the speed dating thing.
Yeah. It is very much a speed dating.
But I feel like this is the thing now. I mean, the difference is obviously we're virtual than when you guys normally do this thing in person, right? But I feel like this is the format. I think we might be able to carry this through. Yeah. But how tight of a package should we be keeping people to?
So I think the format is pretty much just like speed dating. You get, which I've actually never done. That'd be kind of fun. But about 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes for each organization. And what's nice about this format is if you stay tuned, you get to see all of the nonprofits. Where I think in the in-person version of Help or High Water, you're usually kind of like trying to get to everybody before the event ends. But like you're guaranteed to see everybody tonight. So we're gonna keep it pretty tight. Yeah.
All right, we're going to keep it tight. We're going to try to keep everybody to about 2 minutes. I'm thinking 2 minutes per thing. But before we do that, we're going to have a little in-show quiz here happening tonight. Who wants to do the intro for the in-show quiz? The little, not so much quiz, but an in-show poll, actually, that we're going to be checking in with periodically throughout the night.
Yeah, so we wanted to gauge what is everyone most passionate about who's watching tonight. We've got a lot of great organizations, so we queued up a couple of options for you to pick from just so we can get a sense of what you're most passionate and excited about.
All right. So the poll is up there right now. We're checking in right now. So far, we've got food security is rocking 36% of the vote, environment 29%, and activism, social justice 36%, health and healthcare. No one's really pulling for that right now, but we're going to be here all night, and the poll will be up there periodically. We'll be checking in with you as it rolls, as the night progresses. Awesome. Well, I'm excited. Do you think it's time we should just jump right in?
Let's do it.
I do want to mention we've got in the pivot of everything. Mm-hmm. I think that's one. We have a bingo, a buzzword bingo happening. So if you visit our socials, we posted the link to a bingo card. If you screenshot your card when you get a bingo, we'll be sure to get you a cute prize. And We also will have Nina and Danielle over the course of the night working on a virtual volunteer project. So we'll check in and see their progress. This is just an example of something that we have offered to a lot of our volunteers who have not been able to participate in person over the course of the pandemic. We've been making a lot of basically arts and crafts and kind of sending encouragement to people, but we'll be able to check in with them on their progress of those projects throughout the night too.
All right, this is good. Virtual bingo. We should have thought of that 12 months ago.
Yeah, I think
On the show here.
we already covered a lot of the bingo squares. I think Pivot was on there quite a
Are you
bit.
serious?
Oh yeah.
Is Pivot like center square? Like everyone gets a free one because it's just going to be
It should have been.
like that.
Everybody's card looks different, so for some people, probably is the center.
So all right, so speed dating. It's going to be everybody's. I guess it's an elevator pitch, but it's a short elevator ride. Although I haven't been in an elevator in a year. I think I was saying that earlier during the pre-show. We were talking about this. It's been a year since I've been in an elevator. I've been taking the stairs if I'm not around. But anyway, aside from that, all right. So let's just get this thing rolling. Let's get this up. The first organization coming up is Foundation of Hope, which is an interfaith nonprofit with the mission to empower incarcerated and released individuals to restore their relationship with their God, rebuild their lives, and reconcile to their communities. So let's welcome them here. There we are. Hey, how you doing?
Hi, I'm well. How are you?
All right. So we're gonna get the ball rolling here, ladies.
Awesome. So yes, how can we support your organization through volunteering? What can we do?
Well, so I'm sure many organizations will share all of the challenges that we have right now as far as getting folks connected while honoring social distancing and keeping people safe. But one of the things that we do have going on right now is a mentoring program that's able to happen virtually. So inmates and community members are able to be matched in one-on-one mentoring relationships, and our mentors can actually join by video from their homes, and then the inmates are able to join by video from inside the Allegheny County Jail. So anyone who is looking to just provide support, listen to someone who may be struggling and in need of some encouragement, that is a way that you can get involved safely right now.
Cool. What does training look like for that? Do you need to have any kind of prior experience?
There is no prior experience needed. We find that as diverse as the inmate population is, so we need that diversity in our mentors as well. And we do offer right now, it's a 2 to 3 hour online training. So that's happening virtually, typically by Zoom.
Okay.
So we make sure everybody has the information they need and all the tools to be able to do that well.
Yeah. What does the time commitment look like for that?
Typically, we ask folks to commit to 2 hours a month. Many of our mentors end up doing 4, so it usually comes out to about an hour a week.
Okay, awesome. That's not too bad. I always get intimidated by mentoring relationships.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What are some of the things? Is it just like a conversation, or are there specific topics that you covered through this mentoring relationship? Like, what does that look like?
So every relationship does look a little bit different. And so for some folks, they really need just like some more informal support. So someone to talk to, someone they can share with, and just talk through struggles. Some folks are really focused on goal setting and making plans for release and reentry. And so we do have all kinds of tools that we can provide both our mentors and our mentee clients to help people have those conversations and set goals. And then we also offer every week a topic and some reflection questions that folks can use if they would choose to do so in their relationship conversations.
Cool. And I think we're about ready to queue up the next guest, but I did want to ask, being a faith-based organization, do you need to have any kind of faith relationship to volunteer, or what?
No, so we are, kind of committed to, well, we are absolutely committed to meeting people where they are at, if they are on a spiritual or religious journey. And so we serve people of all faiths and people of no faith. And so we need mentors that are, that diverse as well.
Awesome.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you very much. I can't believe we got it in there. We got a lot of information in a short amount of time. You are a professional speed volunteer coordinator. I don't know. All right. Anyway,
It's always fun. Thank you for having me.
thank you so
Thank
much.
you so
Thank you
much.
so much. And all right, great. So yeah, we had a comment here. We're getting some comments here. Andrea Carson is excited for bingo. We've got Tiffany is excited about this is awesome. Never heard of the Foundation of Hope before. So things are popping off already. Keep the comments and questions coming, everybody that's watching at home. Right now, I want to bring out Alicia, who's going to introduce a special guest.
Hi, thank
Hey,
you,
Alicia.
Patrick.
Oh, sure thing.
So my name is Alicia Carberry. I'm on the board of Pittsburgh Cares, and back in 2017, along with some friends, much like Pittsburgh Cares started, there was some angry energy after the 2016 election, and we put together a volunteer fair at a bar, had 50 organizations out, and that was the first 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're on the 5th online. So I wanted to just quickly say that and then introduce who's coming. So service is a core tenet of my life. I love to volunteer. I love to be useful to other people. So much that I am a public servant and I work for the city of Pittsburgh, which is challenging and fun, and I love it so much. And I want to introduce my boss to you. So next up is Mayor William Peduto.
Hey.
Hey, how are you, Patrick?
What's going on, Mayor Peduto?
I miss you, buddy. We got to take an elevator ride someday.
I don't know what that means, but yes, we do. We need more than 2 minutes, Bill.
Well, the kids probably have an explanation for it. First off, I got to thank Alicia. Not only is her leadership absolutely critical to the mayor's office, it's absolutely critical to Pittsburgh. In helping us to put this together each year and be a participant helps to expand our mission, but at the same time, really recognizes the true leaders of the city, all these different organizations. I put a little tweet out before I got online with you, and I didn't get myself in trouble, which is always nice. But to riff off of Mahatma, be the change you want to see in your city. Get involved and make a difference. There are so many different ways that you can be active and be a participant in positive change. And here's the best thing about it. You're going to feel good. So to Alicia, and there will be several other of our partners who work in the hallway with us, we're going to be telling you some of the ways the city of Pittsburgh is trying to meet the goals that these wonderful organizations are doing, and how you can volunteer and actually be a part of it with us. This is a great time to get involved, and people need help. And no better way to show your true love of Pittsburgh other than wearing black and gold, but by helping our brothers and sisters who need a little bit of help.
Absolutely. And the chat feed has been blowing up here. Alicia, the best volunteer ever. Professional volunteer, like all exclamation points. Everybody's loving this here. This is great. Great for Pittsburgh. You're great for Pittsburgh. So it's not just the mayor saying it. There's the people as well.
One of those is my brother, though, so with a grain of salt.
Well, it's
That
only
counts.
one.
That counts. Brothers are always good, especially ones that love you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, Bill, we wanted to have you on the show forever. This is fantastic.
Well, this doesn't count
This does not count. This does
No.
not count. We take a rain check on that.
because we have much to talk about, Mr. Jordan.
Yes, we do, sir. Yes, we do.
But tonight's all about these groups, and even for someone who thinks they know a lot about Pittsburgh, you hear about organizations that are out there that don't get the recognition they deserve, and it's a really fantastic way of learning more about the true heroes in our city.
I'll agree with you. Well, I think we should probably get back to it.
All right,
All right.
I'll see you,
Well,
buddy.
well, Mayor Peduto,
Alicia, thank you, and please thank the rest of the team.
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, I'm excited to hear from them.
Thanks, everybody. Be safe.
thanks for everything you're doing, Mr. Mayor. All right, fantastic. All right, folks, we are still here. We are still doing it. Alicia, do we have anything to add here, or should we jump back into the fray here and get to number 2 on the list?
Yeah, I guess I could note that depending on how in the swing of things you get with helping out and caring, you could make a career out of it. Here we are. But yes, let me see here. We're going to go back to Pittsburgh Cares for a minute.
Okay, that sounds good to me. All right, so let's bring it back to Pittsburgh Cares here. Let's bring him in here, Dave. Here we go. Coming in one at a time.
Hi.
Hey. Seeing your face looked very surprised. Yeah, so we are actually we're going to talk a little bit about Upstreet. But before we do that, I did want to introduce cue up the girl who is going to be talking about them. She is a fantastic volunteer of ours. She serves on our Youth Advisory Council for Pittsburgh Cares. And as young as Nina looks, it is not Nina. Her name is Erin Klein.
I'm not that young.
Her name's Erin Klein. She is on, like I said, our Youth Advisory Council, but she's also on the Youth Council for Upstreet, which is a fantastic organization that just came out of the pandemic. And so she will be able to talk more about that. And Patrick, obviously, I know you have the mission statement.
Great, yeah. So Upstreet's an organization that aims to reduce the stigma of seeking mental health support to avoid escalation of symptoms to a crisis stage and enhance teens' quality of life.
Super. Hey, Erin.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for being on.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. So I don't know a ton about Upstreet other than you're on the youth board and it's all about mental health and it started during the craziness of 2020. So can you tell us a little bit more about volunteer opportunities specifically too, if there are ways that people can serve?
So Upstreet was originally envisioned as a teen walk-in center in Squirrel Hill. However, COVID-19 required Upstreet to begin implementing direct services much sooner than expected. So Upstreet recognized teens were struggling and needed mental health support. So in the spring of 2020, Upstreet was quickly able to assess and respond to the needs in the community by offering virtual services. So right now we have a chatbot and we have an active website that allows students and really anybody to log on to the website and chat with a therapist and then create appointments. And so really the goal is for all students and all teens to have the accessibility to have affordable mental health services. And so right now regarding things that volunteers could do is actually share the word about this and get in contact with schools and be able to break down that stereotype about mental health because it's really important to talk about it, especially during COVID and what's been going on. We also started a mentorship program where a younger student connects with an older student and is able to talk about certain situations and how to overcome them. So not only is it a way for students to be able to connect with therapists, but also to connect with other people who might be going through similar situations.
Cool. And as far as volunteering for Upstreet, is there any kind of training that needs to happen to volunteer or be one of those mentors? If people are interested in doing that, do we just visit the website?
Yeah, you can visit the website. Right now, the volunteer opportunities are very limited due to privacy because it's specifically for people who are seeking help and, privacy and all of that. However, with this mentorship, more information will be coming out on the website. And especially if you have, we have a blog post that goes out every week. And so if you want to take part in that, you can email Upstreet and we would be happy to hear your thoughts about that. And even if you wanted to write a blog post about, how to combat certain issues during COVID and what's been going on regarding mental health.
Cool.
Sounds amazing. Sorry, I got a thing there. That's fantastic. All right, this is exciting. And excuse me, sorry, I got a little sidetrack there. I'm sorry, I had a question. I forgot what it was. I'm sorry. See, this is what happens. The clock's ticking, I started.
Pressure.
The pressure got to me. If volunteer opportunities aren't available, I mean, how can the community support the work?
So it's all about just advocating and getting the word out and breaking that stereotype, because so many people just don't talk about mental health and think it's something that, you know, you don't really need to talk about and it's just a personal thing. But really, everybody needs to be talking about this. And especially during COVID, we need to get that word out, and especially youth coming into the picture. And right now we have the Youth Advisory Council, the Teen Advisory Board, which is a group of local teens that meets every other week to provide staff with insights about the needs and interests of teens in our community. And so to get involved, you can visit upstreetpgh.org to chat. And as I said before, you can chat with a therapist, schedule an appointment, and gather mental health resources to then talk to your friends and other people about how to get involved.
Amazing. Erin, thank you so much for being here with us tonight. Everybody check it out at Upstreet PGH right now, and upstreetpgh.org. Thanks for being here with us tonight.
Thank you so much for having me.
Sure thing. All right. We're gonna keep the ball rolling here. We got some more exciting things here. Up next for tonight is Hello Neighbor, which works to improve the lives of recently resettled refugee and immigrant families by matching them with dedicated neighbors to guide and support them in their new lives. So let's welcome them now. Is Rachel here with us? There she is. Hi, Rachel. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you all doing?
Doing okay. Thanks for being here with us tonight.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be around so many other community organizations.
Yeah.
Nice.
Rachel, I am most familiar with Hello Neighbor, not only because I've seen y'all at many a Help or High Water, but that fantastic baklava that you make.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, excellent. We can't wait until we're able to do that program again soon.
Yeah, that was awesome. It's so good. But as far as volunteering goes, how can people support your work right now?
Yeah, so like many of the other organizations who've spoken, we've had to pivot quite a bit during the pandemic. We have 95 refugee families in our programs who experience loss of income, food, rent insecurity, and lack of resources as a result of the pandemic. And so we really have been working around the clock to address those specific needs. What that's looked like for us is holding regular distribution events to supply emergency cash assistance to families, food, PPE, back to school supplies, and mom and baby essentials to over 500 refugees and immigrants in the Pittsburgh area, families who are affiliated with Hello Neighbor and others. We also launched a new virtual tutoring program called Study Buddy to provide refugee students with online learning support through dedicated peer tutors. And we have a Smart Start program that provides a support system to new and expecting refugee moms with volunteers who do wellness check-ins and deliver groceries, meals, and critical items. And there are lots of ways that folks can get involved with those efforts. I'll just highlight 4. One is to sign up to volunteer for one of our upcoming essential distributions. Second would be to purchase critical items off our Amazon wish list and Walmart registries for families. Third, to become a monthly donor and help provide sustainable funding to support our families. And fourth, sign up for our newsletter, and you'll learn even more ways that you can support our families as additional opportunities come up.
Awesome. Great. Everybody's already shopping on Amazon right now anyway, right? I feel like I am on there way more than I should be. So
yeah,
check out the list.
A low barrier to entry. We're online anyway.
Yeah.
That's a genius idea though, too.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we're all saying pivot, but I'm kind of extraordinarily impressed at how quickly and how fast and how smart all of these pivots have been. If you're filling out your bingo card, pivot.
You didn't get that one already.
Yeah, but fantastic. I mean, that's great. You guys come prepared. So the best way to do it is get to the website, helloneighbor.io/donate. People can do the direct donate thing, but the wish list on Amazon sounds like a thing.
Yes, absolutely. And if you have questions, email us info@helloneighbor.io.
And remember, if you're watching at home, if you have any questions, I know we only have a couple of minutes with each organization, but ask the question in the comments here, and we will get it to them a little bit later on and start the dialogue. All right. Well, thank you very much, Rachel. This is amazing.
Thank you so much for having us.
And thanks for everything that you do. All right, folks, we're getting crazy here. We're getting real. This is rapid fire, rapid pace. All right, so it's on now. So our next organization, we're going to get right to it, is Glade Run Lutheran Services. Glade Run was founded in faith and grounded in excellence. They empower individuals to experience personal wellness and growth. I think we have Sheila here with us from Glade Run Lutheran Services.
Hi.
Hey, Sheila.
Hi. Thank you so much for having us tonight.
Thanks for coming. This is awesome.
I appreciate it.
Glad to meet you virtually.
Nice to see everybody.
So when I think of Glade Run, I think of the farm. And what is volunteering looking like for you guys up near are you in Zelienople, right? Out that way?
Our main campus is in Zelienople, but we also have offices in Butler, Beaver Falls, Rochester, Pittsburgh, Utica, and our main campus is in Zelienople.
Okay. I had no idea you had that many locations, though. I thought it was just like Zeli and one other place. Anyway, sorry. Volunteering. What are people doing for you right now?
So a number of things. Certainly we hear this word a lot, and we've heard this word a lot tonight, pivot. Certainly we have had to pivot to comply with regulations to keep our staff safe, to keep our volunteers safe. But there is still ongoing need, as there is at every organization. And you mentioned the farm. That is one of our consistent and ongoing needs. We do have a therapeutic equine, animal, and horticulture program. And that program needs volunteers. So the horses don't feed themselves. The gardens don't weed themselves. So we have a number of different opportunities for individuals, for families, for congregations, for groups who might want to come up and do some activities, feeding the horses. We're getting into spring now, and spring is a really important time for us for volunteers. And it's great because you can do it outside and safely.
Yeah.
We do wear masks, we do maintain social distancing, but our gardens are going to need prepped, our greenhouse is going to need prepped. And one of the things I love about Glade Run and our volunteer opportunities is we have a really great junior volunteer program, and our junior volunteers are ages 12 and up, and they can come in the summer and help with summer camp, they can help with riding lessons, again, watering the gardens and things like that. So
cool.
We have a number of different opportunities in the farm alone.
That's awesome. Yeah. And with all this sunny-ish weather that we've been having, I've definitely been thinking about spring and being able to actually get outside and do something. So that's exciting.
The weeds are coming. So
true. But aside from the farm, are there any other ways that we could support your work?
Absolutely. And I know others mentioned it, and it was nice to hear Aaron talk about it. The advocacy, we provide mental health services. It's so imperative right now that the need for services continues to increase as we all experience isolation and anxiety around the pandemic. So advocacy, to destigmatize mental illness, that's very, very important. Of course, donations always welcome through our website, both monetary and in-kind. We do a number of drives, and we have a number of families that we serve who need additional support above and beyond the mental health services that we're able to provide. So basic needs items, cleaning supplies, and things like that. We also have an Amazon store. We have one for our barn program too, so people can donate bird seed and cat food and all of the kinds of things that we need. And then of course volunteering, whether it be for special events to help stuff our spring appeal, or if people want to get their hands dirty this spring and summer, we'll have a lot of things going on.
Awesome.
Outstanding. Well, thank you so much, Sheila. Thanks for spending some time with us and enlightening us on the more campuses that you guys have and the more stuff that you guys have going on.
Thanks so much. I really appreciate being a part of it tonight.
All right. Thanks so much, Sheila.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't forget that website is gladerun.org. So So we're here right now. I think we're going to take a little time and we're going to shift and we're going to look at the resources that the city offers, including books for kids under the age of 5. And we have a little video here from the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. We're going to roll now.
Hi there, I'm Annie Siebert, a member of Pittsburgh Cares Board, and joining me today is Tiffany Gorman-Simoneau, the Youth and Education Manager for the Office of Equity in Mayor Bill Peduto's office. Long title.
Correct.
We're going to talk about Dolly Parton. Hi, so first off, tell me a little bit about Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. What is it and how did you get the city involved in the program?
Yeah, sure thing. So the Imagination Library is a book gifting program, and it provides books to children under the age of 5. And basically our program serves any child that's under the age of 5 that's in the city of Pittsburgh. And once they sign up, after 2 months, they get their first book, and then they get a book monthly until they turn 5. It's shipped directly to their home. It comes in their name. So I've heard from families that their kids are extremely excited to check the mailbox. And they're very beautiful, developmentally appropriate, brand new books. So they're high quality books. And children have the chance to build their own home library.
Yeah, for sure. We're participants in my household, and I'm an evangelist for the program. I love telling other parents about it because it's just so nice. We actually have a mail slot, and whenever it comes through, Artie can hear it because it's a little heavier than normal.
Oh,
so excited. So what can people do to spread the word about the program?
yeah, sure thing. So we encourage, and we've had great success. Just recently, I did a presentation to some of our senior centers. And so we have some seniors that are out and they're, talking to folks in their neighborhood, talking to people and their families. So we just encourage you, if you happen to have any friends, neighbors, even, people you just run into that have children under the age of 5, to just encourage them to sign up. It takes less than a minute to sign up. All they need to do is provide the child's name, birthday, your home address, and then you kind of get signed up right there. And so far we have about 3,700 children that are enrolled, and we have sent out 56,000 books since we started the program back in July of 2019.
That's great. And do you sign up, which website? Is it a city website or is it Dolly's website?
So it's either one. So if you go to the city website, there'll be a link there. You could also just Google City of Pittsburgh Imagination Library, and you'll see the link right there.
All right. And finally, I just want to give you a chance to talk about why Dolly Parton's awesome.
Oh, I love Dolly Parton. So Dolly Parton has, she started the Imagination Library because her father never had the chance to learn how to read. And so it was something that she really felt strongly about and felt like it was something that held him back. And so she started the program back in the mid-90s, and she has sent out 152 million books all around the world. So that part's awesome. I love her music. I love her acting. But she also donates a ton. So she donated $1 million to Vanderbilt for the COVID-19 vaccine research. She has donated $13 million and helped raise funding for wildfires in Tennessee back in 2016. So she's someone that really gives back to the community. Just recently, there are some legislators in Tennessee wanted to put a statue of her in the actual state house, and she requested that they not do that. She said, you guys have bigger things to worry about right now. I really don't need this. I want you to focus on other things. So she is a selfless person who really just gives back to children in her area throughout the world.
Indeed. Okay. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us and appearing here on Help or High Water. I hope you have a lovely week.
You too. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Tiffany.
Thanks. Bye.
Ah, shucks. I love Dolly Parton.
Who doesn't love Dolly Parton?
I'm serious. I mean, she touched on the stuff. I was going to be like, did you know she put in $1 million? She was one of the first people to put the money in for the vaccine. Like Dolly
awesome.
Parton. She's literally
she's just the best.
And her statement, actually, if you go at her Instagram, if you see her statement about it, it was the most respectful way to say, now's not the time. She was like, maybe after I'm gone. And if you guys want to think about that, if you like, maybe we'll talk about it then. But you guys, everybody has more important things to do than think about a statue of me. Like, she's just, I'm sorry, I'm a fan. So what are you going to do?
Me too.
Anyway, if you're just joining us, this is the Help or High Water takeover, Pittsburgh Cares takeover of Alone Together Together Pittsburgh. We got somebody else in the comments here. We got some comments here. Ellen says, I've supported Glane Run monetarily, and so helpful to see the family can volunteer also. Thank you, Pittsburgh Cares and Alone Together, for hosting this event. My kid, Rebecca says, my kids have been loving the free book program, and thanks for coordinating this. All right, so we're going to move things along here. I think up next, we're going to have Leah Friedman from the Office of Community Affairs. I think she's going to join us here. Hey there, how you doing?
Hi, good. How are you?
All right, thanks for being
Hey,
here.
Leah.
Hi, Amanda. Good to
How's
see
it
you.
going?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Awesome.
I didn't realize you were going to be on the show until, well, I knew a little bit in advance, obviously, but I was excited to see your name on here because because of my recent involvement with the City of Pittsburgh class.
Yeah. So Amanda is a recent graduate of the Civic Leadership Academy, which is what I'm here to talk about tonight.
Oh, okay. There's the segue.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. So the Civic Leadership Academy is not so much, well, I guess it could be considered a volunteer opportunity, but it's also a free resource for residents in the city of Pittsburgh who are looking to learn a little bit more about their local government. So it's an 11-week course, free, put on by the city of Pittsburgh and Mayor Peduto's office for residents to meet with over 22 departments, department directors, staff, and just the people who keep the city running to learn about kind of the operations, the services, the programs that are available, and for participants to learn how to be more effective leaders in their community and kind of advocate for the priorities and issues that are important to them.
Fantastic. So okay, so you just graduated from this
I
program.
did.
Right? Now, how did you get involved? I know what made you sign up? How did you sign up? How did that go?
It's funny. I tried to get in. I had heard about it. Gosh, I don't even know where from. I couldn't tell you because it was over a year ago. But what I liked about it is I did not grow up in the city. I live there now, but I was a suburban kid. So not really knowing how, city government functions and things like that. It literally takes you through week by week, different parts of how the city works. And it was just very informative. And even through Zoom, I mean, they handled it very, very well. I think the next session is coming up is also virtual classes, but again, it's kind of one of those nice things. You don't have to drive down to, downtown. If you're not a big fan of driving, you're just able to attend class right from the comfort of your living room and learn more about, just learning about the ins and outs of how the city works.
There is some perks. I don't want to say like there's like silver linings, let's say, to this about everything being virtual right now and have these interactive like courses, classes, or just different things you can have, workshops with people in another country right now. So,
yep.
So right now, would you have done this had it not been for the pandemic? Did you sign up pre-pandemic for this?
I did. So I tried to get in. I actually tried to get in about a year ago, and I didn't make the cut. So I got in the second round.
well, persistence pays. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah.
I think we're going to bring back Alicia now. I think is Alicia ready to come back in here, Dave? Is there a reason for that? Hey, Alicia.
Hi.
How's it going? Welcome back to the fold here.
Thanks so much.
All right, I'm just pulling the switches here.
Hi, Alicia.
Hi, Leah. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I just wanted to let people know that
Please.
they can.
Yeah, I was going to get to that too.
Yeah, we're actually applications are open for our next Civic Leadership Academy cohort, which is going to start in April. So folks can apply at applycla.pittsburghpa.gov, or I think I saw somebody drop the same link in the comments. So yeah, please apply. It's super easy at this point. It's basically learning about local government from your dining room table. You can eat during it, drink during it, whatever you want to do. And
Sign
we
me
look
up.
forward to hanging out. Yeah.
Well, that's good. And and if you don't get in the first time, try again, because persistence pays.
Yes.
Okay? And you will reap the benefits of it. Well, thank you so much for being here tonight.
Leah,
And,
did you
ahead.
have a favorite student in this last cohort?
I don't know if I could say, but she might be on this call.
Oh boy.
Well,
One other thing about that though, what
please.
I thought was really cool was you got to ask questions of the people that are working right in those fields. So I know Leah would stay on after class was over, and as well as the presenters, and you were able to ask in real time, and had FaceTime with the people that are working directly in the city, which was a really good and really nice perk that I didn't really think about in signing up for CLA.
Nice.
Just another little plug.
Well, the perks are there. It's not just being able to eat and drink while you're in class. There's other stuff to learn.
It's about the connections for sure.
Oh, fantastic. Well, thank you for being here with us tonight.
Thanks for having me. This is awesome.
Oh, great.
Thanks, Leah.
We'll talk soon. Everybody get involved. Check those websites. We got a lot of information coming, and it's going. Okay, so up next we're gonna have Jordan Fields.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay, all right. She's ready from the Office of the Mayor Policy Coordinator, the Appointments Project. Let's see if she's here. Jordan.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, how are you? Thanks for being here tonight.
Thanks for having me.
So everybody's waving time. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
Sure. So I'm a policy coordinator in Mayor Peduto's Office of Equity. Tonight, I know I'm talking a little bit about the Appointments Project and the Housing Assistance Resource Portal. The Appointments Project is an initiative that the city is doing alongside United We to diversify our city boards, authorities, and commissions, which already are a lot more diverse than other cities, but we're looking to continue that work. And so now we have a whole independent initiative dedicated to getting more gender diverse people on our decision-making bodies in the city. I'm also here to talk about the Housing Assistance Resource Portal, which is another initiative that I tend to do a lot of work with. We have an online resource guide for all things housing assistance for all city residents. So if you are a homeowner looking to rent an apartment, whatever you need in regards to housing, you should be able to find on the Housing Assistance Resource Portal. Two really amazing resources that a lot of people don't necessarily know about, but depending on what you need, it can be incredibly helpful.
Amazing. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff here. I'm just kind of taken aback tonight. We usually only have like one or two guests on per night, and there's so many guests. And I'm like, wow, there's so much here. There's so much going on here. So many different organizations that can actually help you, or that you can help other people. This is fantastic.
Absolutely.
I just want to say too,
Please.
so Jordan started in the mayor's office during this pandemic. We've seen each other in 3D once, but worked pretty closely together on a number of different things, which is such a delight. I told her I would not fangirl, but I think I might have to do that. In addition to a number of different things that she's working on for the city and for the people, the people of the city of Pittsburgh. She also has an excellent podcast available on Spotify called Black Girls Talk Back. Would recommend. Are there other extracurriculars, Jordan, that you might want to talk about?
I do the podcast on social media. I really try to educate people about the political processes and systems that govern our daily lives. So that is what I do. I studied political science at Pitt. I just graduated. And so civics and public service are both things that I'm incredibly passionate about. And I'm just so glad that Alicia extended the invite. She's amazing to work with and so very inspiring.
Well, thank you, Jordan. I have to check out your podcast now. And if you're bored, come back on this show some other time. We'll just talk about your podcast.
Sure thing.
That'd be great, Jordan. Thanks so much for being here tonight.
Thank you.
That's great. All right. Coming up next here right now, we have he's the small business and redevelopment manager from the city. Henry Horn Pius here to talk to us a little bit. He'll be coming on here in a sec. There we go. There he is.
Hi, everybody. How you doing? Good
All right.
to see you this evening.
Thanks for being here tonight.
Yeah, I'm really glad to be here, and I appreciate the opportunity to participate. Frankly, all of you guys are better at getting the word out about things than I have been. I've been building tools and building things that help folks out, but I'm not necessarily the best at
Hey, Pete.
letting the world know. So I really appreciate the opportunity.
Happy to give you some form of a megaphone here, or a soapbox at least.
Yeah, so the thing I came to talk about, and Jordan actually gave me a nice little alley-oop because she mentioned HARP, the Housing Assistance Resource Portal. So in HARP, one of the resources that you might find is the Pittsburgh Financial Empowerment Center. And the Pittsburgh Financial Empowerment Center is something I've been working on for the last four years or so. It's based off an idea that came out of New York City. One day, Mayor Peduto came to me and said, "Hey, Mayor Bloomberg's working on this really cool idea where they provide Mellon Bank level financial counselors to everybody to make sure that they can figure out what the most efficient way to make whatever decision they're trying to do is, right? Whether they're trying to buy a house or they want to open their own pizza shop or they're an 18-year-old that just wants to make sure they're managing student debt well, it doesn't matter. There's a whole lot of stuff that a whole lot of financial decisions we all have to make and a whole lot of information we have to deal with that's foreign to us. And in a lot of these cases, it's the one and only time in your life that you got to even deal with this information, like the one and only time you get a mortgage or the one and only time you get student loans. And, when people do things many times, they get good at it. But if it's the first time, they're probably not that good. And so that's why we're here, right? So we got 4 people. I'm going to show you a picture real quick if I can of these 4 people. And what happens when you join the FEC is, sorry, I'm super confused by how to share my screen. But what happens?
That's not an option. We'll believe you though.
Okay. What happens when you come to the FEC though is you get assigned to a counselor. This isn't some Wednesday night church basement like lecture about how you need to do a budget worksheet. This is not that. This is where you talk to a human who's real smart about student loans and mortgages and business lending and all these other things. And you say, here's what I'm trying to do. And they help you do that quickly without giving you BS or giving you a runaround or making you do some extraneous worksheet or go to a group, lecture or whatever. And so we're really proud of it. We've helped over 1,000 families in the city of Pittsburgh now. Wow. We help folks reduce debt. We help folks increase their savings. We help folks improve their credit scores. We've actually, between debt and savings, we've helped Pittsburghers save or reduce debt by over $1 million so far. That's and we've amazing. Only been open for a year and a couple months. We've only worked with 1,000 or so families. So I'm saying all this to say, we got two big opportunities here. One is you all should come. I'm not only the founder, but I'm also a client. I work with Akuma, who's one of the 4 counselors, and she's helped me and my wife figure out how to make sure we're paying off our student loans in the most correct way, taking advantage of whatever there is out there to take advantage of, make sure we're not getting ripped off or doing something dumb. But a lot of folks have achieved a lot of different challenges using the help of the counselors. We've had folks that were working at a pizza shop and wanted to start their own pizza shop and have succeeded. We've had folks that, had been dealing with judgments and collections, and they've successfully gotten through all that stuff. Our counselors actually help folks call those people sometimes and deal with that crap and make sure they're dealing with it in the most expeditious and efficient way. And the bottom line is, if you don't deal with this stuff often, it's really super confusing, and it's really silly to expect that anybody's going to just know how to do it right off the bat. And that's what we're here for. We're here to have somebody to talk to who knows what the heck's going on.
Well, it's an amazing resource that I'm hearing about right now, because this is one of those things that there's definitely a need for this. So we gotta do more than just have us to get the word out about what you guys are doing. So we gotta, everybody that's watching at home, just share this information with everybody that you can, because this is the kind of stuff that can actually that people don't realize is there and available in the city of Pittsburgh. So Go ahead.
Another thing I really appreciate about this opportunity is we had a partnership with AARP, and we have a lot of seniors that are working all around the county and the city, and they tell folks in their communities about the FEC, right? Because what do you do when you have a problem? You talk to somebody who you trust, who's probably older than you and has a little more experience about dealing with such problems. So we've used them, and to quote the woman who spoke earlier to my colleague Tiffany, as evangelists. Well, that's what I really love for everybody here, on the show tonight to do is to just let folks know. If somebody's sweating their student loans, let them know. If somebody's like hanging out with you tomorrow night and they're saying, I'm so tired of my job, I want to start my own business, let them know. That's what we're here to do. We're here to help people get to that next level and do what they're trying to do.
Great. Maureen said it's a fantastic service. People are excited in the comment section right now too. So
I have a different link though. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try and share it with you guys.
Sure. Just put that in the comments there, or put it in the private chat comments there, and we'll put that in the link right away.
You got it, buddy.
Great. So the new link is coming here in a couple of seconds here. Henry just posted it there. You got it from the horse's mouth. And if you have questions, you can get at him direct right there, because now you got all his stuff. Go ahead. Henry, thank you so much for being here with us tonight.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Hope to talk to you more about this in the future.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Henry.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity.
All right. So now I think we are going to get back to some speed dating with some organizations here to find out volunteer speed dating, the elevator pitch, if you will. We're bringing this up here right now. The next organization is Ceasefire, which is to end the epidemic of gun violence across Pennsylvania and our country through education, coalition building, and advocacy. Ceasefire PA. We're going to welcome Josh here right now, the Western PA director.
Hi, everyone. Great to be here.
Hey, Josh.
Hey, Josh. Thanks for being here tonight.
Thanks for having me.
So, Josh, how can terrible segue.
So smooth.
So, Josh, volunteering. No, but in all seriousness, I mean, with a gun violence advocacy organization, like, what does volunteering even look like?
Yeah, so funny enough, the pandemic has not interrupted our volunteer efforts that much. Because we're an advocacy-based organization, we see it as our goal to help connect people who care about the issue of gun violence, who are fed up with people dying at the rates they are. We see it as our goal to help connect them to their elected officials so they can directly advocate for change, and we can support them in doing that. And a lot of that work, although some of it was done in person before the pandemic, a lot of it can be done really seamlessly virtually. So, for example, we're having a virtual advocacy day on March 23rd. I'll drop the link in the comments where you can register, but it'll be a chance where you can speak directly to your state senator, your state representative, and advocate for common sense gun safety laws that can make our community safer. There's all sorts of other things. You can sign our petition, a quick 2-minute signature online. You can, if you're interested in getting more involved, you can write a letter to the editor, to the local newspaper, an opinion piece to the local newspaper, write a blog post. You can talk to your friends, your family, your neighbors about the issue of gun violence, really start a conversation about the issue and some of the solutions that we know about. You can subscribe to our email list, follow us on social media where we'll notify you about other opportunities where you can advocate about some of those pressing issues that are going on in Harrisburg. But really we're very focused on connecting people to their state government and helping their voice be heard to end this epidemic of gun violence.
Awesome.
Now you said with this, you said you're going to set something up that people can sign up and talk to their legislators directly. Now, how would that work? How could people speak directly to their legislators?
So it'll be directly via Zoom. So it's on March 23rd, and we'll be setting up meetings with legislators. And I'll post a link in the comment right after this where you can register. March 23rd, it'll be a great chance for you to be with like-minded people who care about this issue, make your voice heard.
Awesome, man. That sounds amazing. That's fantastic. All right. Well, I mean, you got everybody. All these organizations are so tight. I thought everybody was going to go on for 15 minutes. Everyone's just knocking this out. It's a first round knockout everywhere. All right. So thank you very much. We'll check all these links. We'll look for that link in the comments. Thank you for being here with us tonight, Josh.
Thanks, everyone. Great event.
And that's ceasefirepa.org. Be sure to check that out. Meanwhile, just to bring this up again, if you want to donate to Pittsburgh Cares, please text PGH Cares to 44321. That's 44321, and just text the word PGH Cares, all one word, and you can donate directly that way. Things are trucking along here. I think we should get to our next organization. It will be Anchor Point Counseling and Ministry, whose mission is to build hope and promoting healing and learning through faith-based counseling and support services. Let's welcome Mark from Anchor Point Counseling Ministry.
Hi, everyone. Great to be here.
Thanks for being here tonight.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, how are you, Amanda?
Good. How are you?
Good to see you.
Yeah, you too. So what does volunteering look like for Anchor Point right now?
We have various opportunities still. One, we have mailings like others have mentioned. We have a newsletter that goes out twice a year. We also have annual appeal letters that go out. So that's a nice socially distant way that you can volunteer to help stuff those mailings. We also are still in need of volunteers for our tutoring program, and it's never too early to start thinking about next school year. We're hopeful to be able to return to in-person with social distance, with masks, and with safety protocols. But a lot of our kids going through virtual learning right now, they need a lot of additional support. They're not getting the same type of individualized attention that they would get in the classroom. And so we need volunteers to work with them one-on-one to help them with reading, with math, especially with the middle school and high school subjects. We're very interested in volunteers who have STEM expertise. If you went through an engineering program, if you are a mathematician and you know those advanced math and science subjects, we'd love to have you.
Fantastic. I mean, I don't fall in that category, but hopefully there are some people that are watching that do. And I know Nina had mentioned early on in the show, we have a retired and senior volunteer program that connects people to volunteering opportunities after they've, spent a lifetime working in a specific area. So maybe we can connect after this and get some RSVP people your way too.
Yeah, that could be a great opportunity. Would appreciate
Cool. As far as I know, you guys are a counseling ministry, so you do counseling and tutoring. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yeah, we do. And the reason we do that is because mental health and educational needs go hand in hand. When you're struggling with mental health, emotionally, behaviorally, a lot of the kids we see in counseling also have academic needs. So they're struggling in the classroom. And likewise, a lot of the kids who are struggling in the classroom have mental health needs. They don't have the same levels of confidence that they used to. They're not believing in themselves because they're not able to do what the other kids are doing. And so we offer both because we recognize that there really is that connection. And I appreciate the other guests earlier who mentioned mental health needs right now, which are huge. And as we see kids start to transition back to the classroom, this year, as some are going back to a hybrid model, or even next year, there's going to be a lot of needs where kids are needing to re-socialize and needing to regain confidence.
Sure, I can imagine. Have you seen an uptick in the number of potential clients that you've had with the pandemic happening?
Yeah, we've seen a large uptick, especially recently in the past 2 months. We've had more than 100 new families contact us, and that's just in January and February this year. A lot of anxiety, depression, and we serve all ages, 2 through 80 plus. So we cover that whole age span. And we are located in the North Hills. So if anybody is in need of those services, we are available. And we're really unique because we provide those services at a low cost. So if you are uninsured, underinsured, or under-resourced, we will serve you, regardless of what you are able to pay.
And as far as that goes, I know you're a somewhat faith-based organization. Does that play a role in any of the services that you offer, or what does that look like?
That's a good question. We exist to serve everyone. We serve all ages, faiths, backgrounds, and ability to pay, like I said before. We do have some counselors who are specialized in spiritual integration into counseling. And if you'd like that to be part of your counseling, we're happy to do that. If you're not interested in that, we are licensed counselors and certified counselors, and we'll provide that service to you. And faith does not need to be a part of it. We just want to be there for you in your time of need.
Awesome.
Fantastic. Mark, thank you so much. Everybody, check out the website. Get in there, and at Anchor Point Counseling is the Twitter and the Insta handle, and anchorpointcounselingministry.org is the website. So check that out.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. And we do what we do because of volunteers and donations. So thank you.
Well, thank you, and keep on doing what you're doing, man. Thank you. All right. So I think it's time we should bring Nina back in here. For a little bit here. Nina.
Hello, I'm back.
All right, Nina, welcome back.
Thank you.
So Nina, how are those cards going?
I'm the least crafty of all of the Pittsburgh Cares staff, and they had me making cards tonight, but at least made it pretty simple for me. So here is a little card from our Letters of Love kits that we were doing recently.
Move that a little closer to the camera for the folks at home. There we go. All right.
How's that looking? And you can see little note from Pittsburgh Cares on the back.
You have to sign it.
I know I didn't get to that yet. I was concentrating really hard on the design.
Great.
That's top notch. You got to trademark that pretty quickly.
Thank you.
Copyright on that.
Yeah, we've had a lot of people making these cards and a lot of people receiving them, and are going to continue to do that moving forward. And we've had really great feedback from it, and people appreciate getting them. So if anyone's interested, you can request a kit from us and make some cards at home. It's a fun family activity to do. So Danielle's working on you somewhere.
And what's nice is you don't have to be crafty to do it, as evidenced by your own.
If I can do it, really, I guess anyone can.
That looks kind of crafty to me. Unless were those hearts like one thing, or did you put them on each individually?
They're stickers, so pretty.
Are they six? Those are 6 individual stickers. It's not 2 stickers, right? See, come on. There's some
individual stickers, yes.
There's some simplicity. It cuts right to the point.
Yeah.
You don't want to get it too messy. Just saying.
Yeah. I like minimal, so
minimalist.
Yeah.
Don't throw off the brand. All right. I think we're gonna move on to the next organization here. I think we're in the pocket here right now.
That's right.
Are you guys ready? Okay.
Yeah, we're ready.
All right. Up next is North Hills Community Outreach. Tom Baker's the executive director. He's going to be here. The mission from North Hills Community Outreach is a community and interfaith-based organization addressing the needs of people in crisis, hardship, and poverty. Let's welcome Tom.
Good to see you. Good evening. It's good to be back. I enjoyed being on the show Alone Together Pittsburgh earlier this week. So big week together. I appreciate it.
That's right. You are the first double guest in a 153 episode shelf life here. You are the first one that's the double guest in the same week.
I'm honored, and help or high water. I will say I've been to all 5 of these now, and it's always awesome. It's great to be with you, and it's a terrific event in person. And tonight I've learned a lot as well too. So it's just great to be part of the event. So thanks so much.
Yeah, we're happy to have you. I know North Hills Community Outreach is a longtime partner of Pittsburgh Cares. We actually have a lot of our retired and senior volunteers from our RSVP program who volunteer there. I know that's looked a little bit different over the last year or so. But Tom, why don't you tell us, how you guys have shifted, if at all, since last March, and what are some volunteer opportunities that you have for people to get engaged or ways to support NHCO?
Sure. And my NHCO journey starts in many ways like my Pittsburgh Cares journey started as a board member. So I was a volunteer and a board member of both organizations back in the late 00s, early 10s. And it's been an honor for the last 4 months to be our executive director. There's tons of ways for volunteers to get involved with NHCO. We run 20 programs and services. In any given year, we have over 1,000 volunteers that get involved with North Hills Community Outreach. We serve over 3,000 clients with over 30,000 services in the course of a year. It's 40 zip codes, 50 communities. There are just a ton of ways to get involved with North Hills Community Outreach. And for all those watching tonight or in the future, we would certainly love to have you get involved with NHCO.
Yeah. Are there any particular things that people can do at this moment, either from home, or are you taking volunteers in person at this time?
Yeah, so we're deemed essential. So we're together on a regular basis. We're in the office every day, and we have food pantries 6 times a month at our offices at Allison Park, Millvale, and Avalon. Our garden is working well, and Bellevue as well too. So if groups are ever interested in volunteering at our garden in Bellevue, it's a big year for the garden itself. It's turning 10, and we'll be breaking ground on a new bio shelter there as well. We also have seasonal sharing projects. So if any groups ever want to collect items for us as an organization, that's incredibly helpful. Right now, we're doing personal care items. Up next, after that, will be spring cleaning supplies. Neither of those are covered by SNAP benefits. So that's a big help to our clients if folks can gather those and donate them to NHCO. Later this year, we do backpacks for kids going back to school and school supplies. And after that, we do coats. And I will say this is the amazing thing over the holidays, a couple amazing things, but we had 333 families, 800 plus kids that got all of their Christmas toys through NHCO and through our incredibly generous donors. So that was remarkable to see. And I got to be Santa Claus for just one night and get to help hand out the toys. But really just tremendous. We are all about people helping people. That's what NHCO is all about. So if anyone watching tonight or in the future ever wants to help others, we'd love to have them get involved with us.
We have a question here from Eileen. Will North Hills Community Outreach be doing the spring share this year?
Yeah. So yeah, we would love for folks to share with us over the spring. And again, nhco.org. I'm just TJ Baker at nhco.org. So we'd love to connect with anyone that's watching tonight. And there's sharing. The sharing projects are incredible. Vicky B from our team, she's a local legend, and she would love to help that question asker get involved with our organization.
One last question for you. Will you be Santa Claus again next year?
Well, Mayor Marita Garrett had me as the Easter Bunny 2 years ago.
That's coming soon.
Yeah, and I will say, guys, I'm a second-generation mascot. My dad was the original mascot for the Pittsburgh Public Schools, Albert Einstein. I was the Alderdice Dragon. I've gone on to be an Easter Bunny and Santa Claus. So yes, absolutely, I'm up for that. That's for sure.
That's fantastic. I was the safety bug once, but we can talk about that another time. It's a whole other
conversation. We'll get that story sometime, though.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, well, thank you so much for being here. And everybody, please go to the website, nhco.org, find out about this. And if you want to see a little bit more in-depth interview, look at our show from last Wednesday. We go a little bit longer. Thanks so much for being here with us tonight.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you.
All right. Up next in our rapid fire speed dating version of how to get involved in volunteering, Help or High Water, we are going to have Computer Reach, whose mission makes technology available to people most in need through refurbished equipment, computer literacy training, and support, just getting computers to people. Please welcome Kyle Spangler, the operations manager.
Hey, Kyle. How's it going?
Good. How are you doing? Happy
Thanks.
Friday to everyone.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on and allowing me to talk a little bit about what Computer Reach does.
Great. Which I'm sure that, you guys, what you do is always important, but I could imagine even over the last year that it's been even more so with people being isolated and not having access to technology and ways to stay connected. Like, how has that changed for you? Have you guys seen increases in requests? How's that looking?
Yeah, unfortunately, COVID has done nothing but shined a very bright light on what we call the digital divide. And it's not just here in Pittsburgh, it's across the world in a lot of respects as well. And so we're doing our best to really try to get computers out to those that don't have access to technology in the first place, right? So we are fortunate enough to be able to use technology and do this show and Zoom and things, but thinking about a lot of the folks out there that don't necessarily have that access. And so we're trying to reach those people in many different ways and trying to get them out of social isolation in a lot of ways too, and ensuring that at the very least, people can communicate with their family members, because as we know, we cannot do much in person anymore. So we've been really active trying to get technology into those folks' hands as much as possible.
Right. I'm sure the people really appreciate that too, to have ways to stay connected. How have volunteers been able to help you over the last year, and what type of opportunities do you have for volunteers to get engaged and help out?
Yeah, so unfortunately, we haven't been able to do too much volunteering in-house, whereas typically we would have a volunteer day every Friday to come into our warehouse and help with refurbishing computers and things. But what we are trying to work on now is actually targeting the older adult population here in Allegheny County and kind of assembling what we're coining to be tech caregivers. So we're actually in the process of training various volunteers, family members, folks that are close to people that are in need of tech support, tech assistance. And in general, when we distribute a lot of these computers too, it's about having someone there to help people set everything up with technology too. So that's something that I did want to make apparent to the audience and everything, everyone involved, and is that that's what we're working towards right now. And that would be something that would be in person, but it would be completely trained and coached by our team in-house so that they could provide the proper services and everything too.
Sure. Yeah, that was going to be something that I was going to ask, if there's training and such that goes into that. So
yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. Okay. And you said that's being done in person at Computer Reach currently, or?
We're actually planning on going into the homes of individuals to which we are distributing computers as much as possible. So we're actually trying to go out into the community as safely as possible. But understanding that folks that don't typically have access to technology are not going to be comfortable if you just drop one at their doorstep in general too, and really trying to meet them at the point of getting everything set up and put together. So that's really the goal with a lot of what we're doing right now.
Now, to go into people's homes, is it something where, just so if there's anyone out there listening and interested in the volunteer opportunity, do people need clearances for that, or any thing along those lines,
Yeah, we would have various kind of waivers and forms that would be involved, and there would always be very open lines of communication, especially with any volunteers that would be willing to donate their time and efforts to something like this. But it is something that we're trying to work through right now as much as possible, and so yes, there would be as many safety protocols and procedures in place as absolutely possible.
Well, that's great. I mean, it's definitely needed right now. So keep up the work.
Now's the time. Kyle, thank you so much, man.
No problem. Thanks for being here tonight.
Everybody, check out that website. It's on there. It's the link is in the comments in the chat as well. So check on that right there. Nina.
Yes.
All right. Well, Nina, would you send me a card?
I can send you a card. Do you like that one, or do you want me to create a custom one just for you?
Why don't you?
I'm getting to know you a little bit tonight.
All right. So if you want to create a custom one, we'll check back in with you a little bit later on in the show.
I have to do it live.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you don't have to, but maybe.
I'll do my best. I'll see what supplies I have left.
Okay, whatever it takes, whatever's left over is fine with me. And now we're going to bring back Alicia here now. Thanks, Nina. I can't wait to check back in on the card.
Oh, great.
Alicia, welcome back. But you're a fan favorite. People are saying more Alicia in the chat in the comments. I don't know if they're related to you or not. But it's time here. So I think we're going to bring in our next guest here. He's from the city of Pittsburgh, the Office of Community Affairs. We'll bring out Eric Williams, talking about Snow Angels, helping neighbors get through the winter.
Hi, Eric.
How you doing, Eric? You might be on mute.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. Happy to be here. Hey, Alicia.
Hey. Eric, we were talking about all sorts of other city programs like the Financial Empowerment Centers. Leah spoke about Civic Leadership Academy. And I work in operations for the city. I wonder what you have to say about the 48.4 inches of snowfall that we've had this season.
It was a lot of calls for our program, which is called Snow Angels. And people definitely need it. It definitely showed how much the program is truly impactful in the city, especially for our elderly, which is the people that we serve. So I can talk about a little bit what it's about and what we do. Sure. Snow cover. So when we have a snowstorm, like the many ones we had this season, the city pairs older residents and residents with disabilities with nearby neighbors who are volunteers that assist them with snow removal on their sidewalks and walkways. Not only are we fostering community relationships and relieving some of the stress that comes with snowfall for our elderly folks and folks with disabilities, we're also clearing the walkways for postal carriers, firefighters, police officers, and other neighbors. I can't tell you how many times I got calls from folks that are receiving a service that, just a lot of stress that comes with the snow. It triggers them and they need some help. And so I'm happy to connect more neighbors to volunteers. And we have actually gone beyond previous years and are continuing to pass the record we had last year and previous years to have more volunteers and more neighbors in need signing up. So it's been fun. It's been great. It's a great program.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I am thankful for my boyfriend who has taken over my snow angel duties for me recently. It's a delight to be part of. How many people are waiting to be matched, Eric?
So total right now we have a total of 900 neighbors in need that signed up that need the service, and the number of matched we have about 450 matched, and we need the rest of those folks to get signed up. So I think that's 450 more. So once we get more matches like that, some volunteers have been phenomenal and signed up for more than one. Some have 4 neighbors in need that they helped out. So if we get more people to sign up, it's super easy. Go to pittsburghpa.gov/snowangels. We also have many of the links on our Community Affairs Facebook page. And you can see different highlights that we highlight and reward volunteers with all types of things like skating rink passes and different gift cards from Target, who partner with us, Giant Eagle, etc. Just like this is a program that people can get behind, and because we're helping the folks that need it the most.
Thanks for coming on to talk to us about it.
Absolutely. Thank you.
I feel like I should have known about all of these things that are happening in the city here. This is all news to me. So I'm like your target audience. So it's turning out here. Thanks so much. The Snow Angels program sounds amazing. So
Thanks.
Everybody get on there right there. The website, it's obviously in the comment section there. Get that rolling. We're gonna roll here. We're gonna move on here right now. Thank you, Eric. We're gonna move on here right now. We have a video coming in here to us that we're gonna look at from the City of Asylum, which City of Asylum is used to builds a just community by protecting and celebrating creative and free expression. So we're gonna throw to a video of that, and we will see you all on the other side of it.
Some of the Islamist organizations, they published hate list to kill. So they started killing. Basically, this killing was happening by Al-Qaeda Bangladesh. ISIS was also killing, but they are killing like not writers. Al-Qaeda was killing writers. But they started as a joint operation in Bangladesh. And total 2013 to 2016, a total 16 writers got killed, and last year another writer got killed. So my name was published on of the hate list, and
one of the things that I really love about working at City of Asylum is that I spend time every day with immigrants. And to me, that's one of the beautiful things about this country, and I like that I am a part of that. You know, I'm an immigrant. I'm adding to this country like everybody else who's moved here from somewhere else.
The heart and soul of City of Asylum is really a writer sanctuary program. And we provide sanctuary to writers in exile who have been under threat of persecution and death.
Public programs became a part of what we do to connect our writers to the community to our writers, and to really be a place in Pittsburgh where international stories are told.
Our writers find themselves in our program because they are suffering in their home countries and need a different set of circumstances so that they can recover from that experience, get back to writing, and begin to put their lives back together.
There are a whole lot of moments that I will never forget with this program. And one of them was when Wanshan first arrived, our first writer from China. He said he wanted to carve his poetry in the mountains flanking the rivers of Pittsburgh because he was so happy to be in a place where he could be a poet and wouldn't be repressed.
到随便离开我那个住的地方，而且不准我写任何东西。我许多东西都是悄悄的秘密写的，而且也不准出版。他们还下了一个文件，不准发表黄翔作品，扩大他的影响。
I left Syria because of political reasons, because a story of mine. It was entitled The Boot. I was talking in this story about how military boot can destroy our life. When my friend published this story in his newspaper, the Syrian intelligence called him and asked him about me. Where is Osama al-Omar? Where is he now? And I was really scared. People can disappear in Syria just like this. I was lucky.
Poetry is my thing, what is very close to my heart or my brain. In 2001, there's a coalition government in Bangladesh. They started persecution. So then I figured poetry is not enough, and I started writing a political column. So, and from that, I never stopped.
City of Asylum is the heart of international Pittsburgh. It's really nice to come to a place and work on being part of a global community.
I'm so happy here, and actually my life at City of Asylum was a tipping point. I went back to myself as a writer now.
That is the heartbeat of everything we do. If you can maintain your joy, whoever is the oppressor hasn't swished everything out of you.
তার মাঝে চিঠিগুলোতে কি আগুন জ্বলে তা আমি কিভাবে বুঝবো? বিকেল বেলার দিকে একটি মুখ দেখার স্বাদ জেগে ওঠে। তখন আমার বাক্সভর্তি ঘুম কোথায় যে হারিয়ে যায় কি বলবো? রাস্তায় কেবলই পড়ে থাকে শত শত ডুমুরের ফুল।
That was fantastic. A big fan of the City of Asylum. But before we move on to the next organization, Amanda, I hear you have something exciting to report.
Oh, yes. We have a bingo winner.
No way.
We sure do. I think it was when Anchor Point mentioned Mask was the last, when it came in, from what I
Mask.
Heard. I think that was the pivotal moment.
Okay, that is funny because normally on the show, in my opening monologue, I talk about wearing a mask for the first 2 minutes of the show every night, but I didn't tonight. So
I thought you were going to.
So this is
You can do it now.
I know. Why? Wear a mask, everybody. There, you said it. Okay, there it is. It's good for you.
We've got Jilly Malcolm will be getting a gift card from us. So congratulations, Jilly.
Props,
Very
Jilly.
Exciting. It looks like her winning. Well, if I say them and you missed it, that's kind of cheating. So I'm not going to say what she won a bingo on.
Okay.
You still have a chance. We still have a couple more organizations that we might be able to.
There could be more than one bingo.
Get a bingo. Yeah, we
All
still have, I think we still have a bottle of Maggie's Farm rum
come
as
on.
a bingo prize.
Now, if you don't know what the bingo, if you
Which
tune,
was on a bingo square. Sorry, yeah.
it's okay. If you tuned in a little bit late, there's help or high water bingo. If you go to the website or the Facebook page, you can find a link to it, print it out, and do that whole get your bingo card going.
Yes, and actually, there's a virtual. You can just cut little bingo cards and it'll act it out for you. So just take a screenshot if you win, and we'll send you a little prize. It's very high tech.
It's 2021.
It's very
2021.
high tech. Let me tell you.
Pandemic bingo. It's the wave of the future.
Oh boy, yeah.
All right, but enough of this fun talk. of talk of bingo. I want to get to a couple more organizations here. We've got a few. We're in the home stretch here, but I want to get everybody in here in a timely fashion. Our next organization is the American Red Cross, whose mission is to prevent and alleviate human suffering in the face of emergencies by mobilizing the power of volunteers and the generosity of donors. So the mission statement is built for tonight. So let's welcome. He's a senior volunteer recruitment specialist. Danielle is here. Danielle Reed.
Hi.
Hi, Danielle.
Hi.
How are you?
How are you? I'm good. Thank
and
you.
Our mission's
How are
quite
you?
a mouthful, isn't it?
What's that?
Our mission's quite a mouthful, isn't it?
It is, but it's very succinct.
Yep.
It's very much what you guys do.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Daniel, what does volunteering look like? I know we as Pittsburgh Cares, we follow your Twitter account, and I always see the little updates about helping families with XYZ here and there. But as far as volunteering goes, what can people do to help support your work?
Sure. So, as we learned from the last year, we can't control much in life, but we can control how we prepare and respond to the things that affect our lives. So our Red Cross volunteers turn compassion into action, whether it's a single home fire, a global conflict. We respond with food, shelter, and care. We prepare for emergencies with training and planning. We provide half of the nation's blood, and we connect the U.S. military members to their families. And all this is done through the hard work of our volunteers. So the Red Cross serves individuals and their families when they need, us most. Right now, we offer both remote and in-person volunteer opportunities. We're looking for good people and organizations to join us. We need volunteers to help with our local and national disasters, volunteers to help with blood drives, to help with provide services to our military members and their families, and also serve as educators for our preparedness education program. So we have quite a few volunteer opportunities. And some of the ones that kind of are off-liers, we, are looking for volunteers with medical backgrounds to help with health services, mental health backgrounds to help with as a mental health volunteer, case workers, and spiritual care volunteers as well.
Wow. You guys run the gamut.
Yeah, we do it all.
So as I didn't realize that you provide half of all that blood.
Mhm.
I have been wanting to donate blood, just with COVID and things, and I had it. So I with antibodies and all of that stuff. Is it just at redcross.org to be able to do that? I feel like that's an easy enough way to.
Well, that's the catch-all for us. So as you can see on our website, you can go to give blood on our website, but if you want to go directly to that part, you would go to www.redcross.org/blood.
Cool. Okay. Easy enough.
And we need your blood.
Blood. Got it.
It's the perfect segue there. That should be on your business card.
Right?
We need your blood, but that's the way to do it.
We also need you too. So if you're interested in volunteering, you can also go to redcross.org/volunteer.
So there's volunteering, donating blood, donating money. There's services. You can find a way to volunteer something towards the American Red Cross. They are ready for you.
Yep, we want you.
All right, and they want your blood. All right, thank you. Thanks so much for being here tonight.
Thank you, Danielle.
Thanks, Danielle.
Well, I hear that we have another bingo winner.
What?
Wow. Was blood on the card?
Was blood on the card, and we need your blood. These are two things right now that I did not expect we'll be talking about here tonight.
Yeah, to win. So our winner is Macy Harper. So Macy, if you're listening and hearing this, you'll be receiving a prize. Amanda, what's our prize for this one?
Well, we're going to coordinate with Macy because we want to make sure that you are of age if you are a winner of Maggie's Farm Rum, who has graciously supported us through all of our Helper High Waters, I think. Yeah. So we'll coordinate with her to figure out what her prize is, but we're sure it will be great. for her.
All right. Well, I think we're ready to roll into the next our next organization, which would be the YWCA of Greater Pittsburgh, whose mission is eliminating racism and empowering women. We have Barbara Johnson. She is the vice president of the Center for Race and Gender Equity.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
I am good on this late Friday night.
Well, thank you for being here with us.
This is amazing. I've been just like sitting here in awe at all of this high-tech excitement.
Yeah, we aim to please here. We try to underpromise and overperform with our technical savvy,
Wow.
as you can tell here.
Going great. Thank you for having me.
So let's talk about volunteering at the YWCA.
Yeah, so we don't really have a huge amount of volunteer opportunities because of COVID.
Right.
So, for people who don't know, we do have a lot of a resource center that does a lot of work with financial assistance to families in need. And we have a early learning center in our Homewood facility that handles children, infant to pre-K, as well as having a hub. I almost forgot what it was called. A hub for the school-age children. So we have a handful of kids there. And so we are actually doing a 21-day challenge that's all virtual, digital. So you can go to our website and check it out, and you'll get information about the 21-day challenge. It starts March 1 and goes for 21 days. And it's really focused on racial justice. And each day in your mailbox, you'll get an assortment of things that you might either watch or listen to or read to learn more and to enhance your understanding of racial justice in America. We also have great opportunities for college students. We have been getting a number of calls from college students who need internships, and since they can't go anywhere, they're struggling to find internships. So we bumped up our ability for college students to intern with us virtually. And so that's been really fun to have that excitement and energy around college students who are eager to get information and learn about how to work in the nonprofit community.
Outstanding. Amanda, Nina, do you guys have any other questions?
I feel like
blown away.
I know. I was like covering so much of it. I love the people that you have these opportunities that people can get educated and do things safely from home right now. So I think that that's vital for everyone at the moment. So yeah, I'm just trying to take everything in as to what you guys are doing right now.
It is a lot for sure. I started working here just a few years ago, and for the first year, I was just like overwhelmed. Like, how could I ever tell anybody about what goes on here? It's just so much.
Well, I think you did a great job at telling us tonight, at least.
We had a really great opportunity with Carnegie Mellon University Girls in Sports. And so National Women and Girls in Sports Day was a couple weeks ago. And so we had this really cool conversation with them just about being a girl in sports and what they're studying and how they can be an inspiration to young girls based on the data that shows many young girls don't go into sports. So that was really cool. And then they did a fundraiser for us. So there's lots of opportunities that, we can just create by someone reaching out and saying, this is what we think we want to do. Let's figure out how to make it work in the COVID world.
Okay.
That's
sounds like you have some flexible opportunities and are open to ideas.
And
Absolutely.
And they're always, and you can always accept donations too, right?
Always.
If you can't want to get involved, right?
Nonprofit, the joy of it.
I was going to say, tell me about it. Well, thank you so much, Barbara, for being here tonight. Love your organization. It's fantastic what you're doing.
Thanks for having me, and thanks for this excitement on a Friday night to just see this technology whizzing by.
This is this is the most people that I've talked to in a night in about a year.
Oh my gosh!
So,
I mean,
yeah.
it's
like a true party, right?
I learned so much. Like I'm sitting here, like wow. And then I saw Diane Samuels, and I wanted to go, "Hey, Diane, how's it going?" Amazing artist that she is.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, and everybody, hit up that website. Tiffany's saying hi, Barbara. Lots of lots of eyes.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Bye-bye.
All right. Writing things down. I mean, so many amazing organizations here. But coming up next, okay, the organization When She Thrives, whose mission is dedicated to empowering single mothers to move their families from poverty to prosperity through advocacy, education, personal and professional development. Please welcome Tiffany here from When She Thrives. She's the CEO.
Hi, Tiffany. How are you? I love your glasses.
Thank you. Thank you.
They're great.
I'm over here like an old lady, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm up this late for a Friday night party.
Well, I feel so honored that you're with us too.
I'm so excited to be here. I've learned so much about so many organizations this evening. It's crazy.
Well, great. Tell us a little bit about what you guys are doing and what type of volunteer opportunities you have, because we'd love to learn that.
Absolutely. So I want to share 3 opportunities that we have. One, I think that I would love to connect with you ladies about is that we are looking for board members because we can't do the work that we do without a strong functional board. So we are looking for some men and women who are looking to share their expertise and want to serve a powerful mission. Second, one of our programs is called Growing Through Grants, and we provide rapid response crisis prevention grants for moms and their families. And those are purposed to prevent homelessness, hunger, unemployment, or the interruption of basic needs. And so that looks like food deliveries, that looks like, financial assistance for rent, other things like that. So we're looking for people not only to contribute to that cause, but if we have we have deliveries to make to support those families. So that's an opportunity to still do the work, but it is contactless, so you don't have to worry about health or safety concerns. And last but not least, one of our programs that we do is called Scenes from a Single Mom Book Project. And through this project, we help single moms become authors and entrepreneurs so they have an additional stream of income to support their families. And part of this project, we have guest experts that come and share with our moms about entrepreneurship. So anything from building your personal brand to how to create a presence on LinkedIn, to financial assistance, accounting for an entrepreneur. So we're always looking for guest experts to support the moms on this entrepreneurial journey, and that is something that can be done virtually via Zoom or StreamYard. So bunch of ways to get involved, and as always, you can make a donation to support any part of the cause. We would love to connect with people who are interested in learning more, and that's what we are doing. Our Growing Through Grants requests have been increased by about 150% because of the pandemic.
Okay.
So it's been great because we've been able to serve more people, but of course, as the demand increases, we have to work very hard to keep up with it, and that's why we need those volunteer support.
Yeah, I can imagine. This is great. I have heard of your guys' organization stuff before, but I was not super familiar with everything that you do. So thank you for sharing that. It sounds like you have some awesome opportunities and ways for people to get involved, both now and post pandemic too. So
thank you.
The author component is so cool.
Yeah, this whole thing is amazing, and I love that you guys do the card packages. I would love to find out how we can get connected with those.
Yeah,
absolutely. And of course, right now, everybody wants to get something good in the mail, right?
Yes.
Great thing to get in the mail, to get a card, especially if it's handmade. So.
Yeah. Well, we'll definitely connect and get you some. So,
yeah.
Tiffany, thank you so much. And thanks for everything that you do. WhenSheThrives.org. Everyone check that out right now. And we will be talking to you soon.
All right. Have a good evening.
Thanks so much,
Tiffany.
Man, so many amazing organizations here. I mean, my mind is I'm gonna have to go back and watch this show later.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. I'm overwhelmed.
It's fantastic. But all right, so we're gonna keep things rolling here. We've got a video up next here from the Black Political Empowerment Project, whose mission is to ensure that Pittsburgh African American community votes in every single election. Let's roll tape and we'll talk about it on the other side.
Perfect.
I'm Tim Stevens, the chairman and CEO and founder of BPEP, the Black Political Empowerment Project. We were founded May 21st, 1986. We're 34 and a half years old as an organization. Our mission is that African Americans vote in each and every election, although we encourage all people to vote in each and every election, and that those in political office expeditiously and effectively meet the needs, aspirations, and concerns of African Americans. And number three, that African Americans see the connection between voting in each and every election and the power that we get through that effort, the results that we get. Our vision is that Blacks are empowered by the vote. We've been involved over the years in helping to host forums. We do voter registration, voter education, voter mobilization. Certainly the Black community and BPEP led this past November 3rd. We coordinated the Campaign for Power with about 50 or 60 partners throughout the Western Pennsylvania region. We've been involved in helping to support low to moderate income housing in the Pittsburgh community. We've advocated for the issue of diversity in the courts and in the jury pools, both of Allegheny County and throughout the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. We've created the Coalition Against Violence to impact the issue of violence in the Pittsburgh region. We've initiated the Corporate Equity Inclusion Roundtable to deal with the employment of African Americans and support for entrepreneurs. BPEP meets every second Thursday at 6 o'clock. We welcome you to join us. You can find us at 412-212-8775, 212-8775. Our email is bpep.pittsburgh@gmail.com. And you can reach us on the website at b-pep.net. That's b-pep.net. Again, we look forward to having you with us. Empower the community through the Black Political Empowerment Project.
Another great organization there. Lisa's back. How you doing? All right, everybody. We got the whole team's here. So we're going to move on to the next organization. Unless somebody has anything to add before I jump in.
I think we're good.
All right, sounds good. Our next organization is Hearth, whose mission is to provide a range of supportive services and housing that empowers homeless families who are survivors of domestic violence and other trauma to become independent, self-sufficient, and adequately housed, to foster low-income housing opportunities, to prevent homelessness, and encourage safe, affordable housing. It's a fantastic organization. We have the volunteer and administrative coordinator, Harriet Riley, here with us.
Hi, Harriet.
Hi. That sounds like an awful lot, doesn't it? That
But it's
mission
necessary.
statement.
But it's necessary.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Harriet, thank you for joining us on this late evening.
You're welcome. It's been a really interesting evening listening to everyone else as well. It's been great.
Cool. Thank you. So volunteering at Hearth, what does that look like in these wild times that we're in?
It's been interesting. And for a while, I was worried that I was going to be a volunteer coordinator without volunteers. But we're a small but mighty organization. We have a 15 apartment center in the North Hills. And volunteering has carried on. People have really rallied round. We have lots of virtual opportunities still, but the word pivot, everything pivoted. So we're doing online tutoring, financial support, mentoring, counseling, that kind of thing. We still have in-person opportunities that for small numbers of people. And as the weather hopefully starts to get a bit better, we have a community garden that we're looking to expand and develop this year, as well as things like we're still looking for a few people to go on our board of directors, our young professionals board, our event committees. So there's really still a whole raft of things. The pandemic has happened, but we haven't stood still, and the need of the people that we serve haven't stood still as well. So there's still a lot of ways for people to get involved.
Awesome. So in addition to the 15 apartment housing facility, are there other clients that you serve outside of that facility, or is it just focused on residential treatment?
So it's mostly focused on residential. We're almost the next step on from a shelter or people immediately leaving crisis. We have a small number of long-term affordable units that women and families can move into once they're with us in the program for up to 2 years, and then they can move into 2 sites that we have in the community or wherever they want to go with their lives. So we have those 2 strands, and we're starting to work a lot more in the area of advocacy for affordable housing, because that's a real challenge area for people.
Sure. Have you seen that be even more of a concern over the past year?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a really difficult year. I think one of our main concerns is that women are trapped in some ways in relationships or situations that aren't necessarily healthy. So really trying to drive awareness that we are there and we have space. So if people need to access our services, we're there with open arms for people. And it obviously, when people hit economic challenges and financial challenges, access to housing becomes even more of a problem. Yes.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing all that information, and hopefully it's getting out to people, like you said, if they need the services, hope, that it's getting out to them as well, just an extra way to share. So
yeah, and we got a message from the comment section. Ellen agreed that great Hearth fundraiser virtually last year, purses with a purpose. Great pivot.
That's actually a really nice segue. If I can just quickly mention, we do have our Hops for Hearth fundraiser coming up on the 26th of March.
Yeah.
So if you thank you, Ellen. So if you go to our Instagram, our LinkedIn, or our website, you can purchase tickets for that. That's going to be fun this year.
Is it hops like Easter Bunny or hops like, oh, there we
It's
go.
hops like beer.
I think you know now.
I
know now, that's for sure.
You've done that event in years past, right?
We have, yeah. We cancelled it last year, and this year it's fully virtual. So yeah, we're primed and ready. We've got we've got everything down with the virtual stuff, so it's going to be really good this year.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for being here, and
No worries,
thanks for
thank
everything
you.
that you do.
Thanks.
Thanks, Harriet.
All right. Thank you. All right. We're getting there. I apologize that our bingo section ran long. I think that added a half hour to our runtime here tonight. It must have been either the bingo or the card commentary. We tried to keep things moving here, but check it in with the online poll. As of right now, we have a tie between food security and activism, social justice. For our poll there. So if you haven't voted, vote now, because we were just going to call it, and now we're not going to because it's a tie. Or we could call it a tie, but you can make that happen. Alicia, were you going to intro our next guest?
Sure.
All right.
Well, 25% of people selected the environment, and something that I'm personally pretty passionate about, picking up trash. Tends to be an environmental activity. It doesn't quite have the esteem, but it's so satisfying. And I'm so pleased to introduce you to my friend and the executive director of Allegheny Cleanways, Myrna Newman.
Hi. I think the title there says Hannah. I'm filling in for Hannah tonight, but my name's Myrna.
We'll get right on that.
That's all right.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
Thanks for joining us tonight, Myrna.
Sure. Totally last minute.
No, yeah, happy to have you. Why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the volunteer opportunities that you guys have and how people can get involved and support Allegheny Cleanways?
Well, we do land-based cleanups and riverbank cleanups. Mm-hmm. So we have 2 opportunities. You can do some dump site cleanups on the land, litter cleanups. Right now we're giving out litter kits so you can be safe, socially distant, and still pick up litter and have all the tools that you need. And then we do riverfront cleanups, and we should be starting those again pretty soon in March.
Great.
Looking forward to that.
So do you have opportunities kind of all year round, regardless of the weather, kind of, or?
Yeah. Our riverbank cleanups obviously are limited to decent weather. It generally March, April through October.
Okay.
But all year long, we have dump site cleanups and litter cleanups. When there's not snow on the ground, there's litter on the ground.
Yeah, great. Well, it sounds like there's a good time. You know, people have been getting outside so much more these days, even in the cold. So it sounds like this is a great opportunity to be outside and have some type of like safe social interaction and do something good for the community.
Absolutely.
Anna, what kind of things does your organization and your volunteers find?
Oh my goodness. Oh, so many fun things. Yeah, tires are a big one. That's probably not a surprise. There you can see our boat loaded up with some tires and barrels and all kinds of trash. Styrofoam is a big one on the riverfronts, especially. We also, on land, we say it's not a dump site cleanup until we find a toilet. Those are pretty common. And just
I could ask a follow-up question, but I'm going to let that slide because it's late in the night.
Yeah. Construction debris in general is very common, and so any kind of remodeling debris, toilets often accompany that. So, yeah, tires are probably the most common. We clean up about 4,000 tires a year.
Wow, that's a lot.
It's a lot of tires.
Alicia, are you picking up those tires? Balcony cleanways.
They are heavy and they have lots of like old slop juice mud in them.
You could do some tire flips too. You know, people can get a workout in and
exactly. Yeah, we're the best alternative to a gym membership.
There you go.
With CrossFit, right?
Yeah, and since you can't do that right now, or what's not as easy in a gym, come on out.
That is the perfect segue. You'll be outdoors. You can toss tires. You can get a full body workout, and help everything. Well, thanks so much for being here tonight,
Sure.
and thanks for everything, John.
I think I'm closing it out, or close to it.
You're close to it.
Wow, it's so impressive. Well done, you guys. It's been a few years since I've been part of this, and man, it's grown and it's so exciting. And this virtual is amazing. So
thank you. Thanks for coming on tonight.
Well, thanks for everything that you do, and keep up the good work. And everybody, check out the website there and figure out how you can get involved. This one seems pretty self-explanatory. All right, so thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, so as we wind things.
Thanks. Bye.
So as we're winding things down now, I think we're going to have one more video, and then we can do a little recap here tonight. Again, I apologize for going long. I will take all responsibility for it. But our video here that we've coming up right now is Dress for Success Pittsburgh, all right, whose mission is clothing, connections, and confidence. The mission of Dress for Success is to empower women to achieve economic independence by providing a network of support, professional attire, and development tools to help women thrive in the work life. Let's roll the video and we'll talk on the other side.
Hello, my name is Kaylin Abdullah, and I'm the Communication and Events Manager at Dress for Success Pittsburgh. At Dress for Success Pittsburgh, we believe every woman deserves the opportunity to achieve success. Our mission is to empower women who are entering and returning to the workforce across Southwestern PA. We remove barriers to obtaining and retaining employment by empowering women with the clothing and the connections they need to feel strong and confident as they take their next step in their career journey. Women come to us with a referral from any local nonprofit in the counties we serve, which are Allegheny, Butler, Fayette, Greene, and Washington. We welcome any woman who needs our support through a transition, which can be a young woman seeking her first part-time job, to a single mom returning to the workforce, a survivor of domestic abuse, a veteran, a first-generation college student, a previously incarcerated woman, or a retiree starting her second career. Women have been impacted during the pandemic by job losses and disruptions in their lives and the lives of their dependents. We continue to adapt to changing needs and increased demand by providing contactless services and virtual employment readiness programming that allow us to serve women in the community while also ensuring the safety of our clients, volunteers, donors, and staff. We connect with the women virtually via phone or Zoom to find the appropriate attire for their upcoming interview or new job. Once we determine what is needed, we can ship items directly to the clients, or the clients can choose to schedule a time to visit a boutique for contactless pickup. Last summer, we brought on 11 young women as interns to help us pivot our services virtually. Many of these women lost their internship due to the pandemic, and we needed additional support, so it was the perfect fit for this endeavor. The interns developed the Virtual Connections Resource Center, which delivers our vital services to women everywhere throughout an online platform. Featuring local job boards, interview and employment preparation resources, professional styling guides, advice on navigating workplace culture, and physical, mental, and emotional health resources, the Virtual Connections Resource Center provides a network of resources to empower women in their holistic development. You can take a look around at dfspghvirtual.org. During the pandemic, we've also seen an increase of women entering and returning to the medical and healthcare roles. With a high volume of women starting training programs, the demand for medical scrubs and non-skin shoes is critical. These items aren't typically donated, so we rely heavily on in-person fundraising events to purchase these items, along with steel-toed boots, undergarments, and special sizes. Due to the cancellation and postponements of our fundraising efforts, we've taken a loss in fundraising revenue, like many other nonprofits, and need additional financial support now more than ever. Visit pittsburgh.dressforsuccess.org for ways to volunteer, to make a one-time donation, or register to become a monthly Giving Club member by donating financially on a regular basis to support local women who are entering and returning to the workforce. Lastly, I'd like for you to all to save the date, Sunday, May 16th, for our Black and Gold Cookie Table Drive-Thru fundraising event at Heartwood Acres. Enjoy an afternoon scenic drive while snacking on cookies, all for a great cause. I hope to see you all there. Now, I thank you for allowing me to share a little bit about Dress for Success Pittsburgh. I hope you all have a wonderful evening.
Outstanding. Another great organization. Everybody tonight, thank you for coming on. It's fantastic. Everybody at Pittsburgh Cares. I mean, congratulations to you guys for the work that you guys do. Thank you for that right now, and just assembling everybody tonight and just kind of showcasing them. Really, thank you so much for what you guys do. This has been humbling and kind of amazing tonight.
It was a hell of a spreadsheet we worked through tonight.
But
thank you guys so much. You've been such troopers. My goodness.
Well, hey, this is just par for the course. We just finally tonight we were doing it for a good cause.
I can't believe you do this 3 nights a week. It's incredible,
right?
Yeah, it's become a thing now. I don't know. We haven't gotten any better at it in a year of 3 nights a week, but we still do it. So there's that. From the Alone Together Pittsburgh team, thank you very much, and some other people to thank. I know we got to thank Maggie's Farm, Rum and Morcia tonight, which is one of my personal favorite spots in the city, and I'm not just saying that. And Maggie's Farm Rum, that's okay. You're there. We had you there for helping out tonight, and obviously everybody watching at home, if you don't already, please follow Pittsburgh Cares. So that's a shame. You got to crack that seal. It's like you got to. I mean, there's merch out there. Pittsburgh Cares. I was going to put it on, but I know I was going to sweat.
You got the sweatshirt on too.
I would have worn mine, but I had to sweat through that thing about an hour ago.
I had mine on, and I had to change.
I know it was going to happen. I saw this, and I was like, I've been on this couch before. I know how this goes. So sweatshirts. I think I wore a hoodie once, and it didn't go well. For that joke, but honestly, everybody watching at home, sign up and follow Pittsburgh Cares on all the social media outlets. We've got the links for everything in the comment section. Please get on that and support Pittsburgh Cares and volunteer, man. Find some places to go, and Pittsburgh Cares can help you do it.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. This was so much fun.
Yes,
well, awesome.
It was. And
it was the way that we were able to connect with some organizations that we're not familiar with 100% either. So yeah. And kudos to Alicia for coming up with this event idea. This is our 5th year doing this. So,
Alicia,
here's to you.
the fan favorite.
With so much help. I have 5 brothers. They're all very involved.
Well, that's fantastic. Thank you so much. Alone Together Pittsburgh will be back on Wednesday. On behalf of Dave Mansueto, Pete Spinda, and myself, thank you all for letting us be part of this with you guys.
Oh my goodness. Thank you guys so very much. This was, again, so much fun and just really good. Really good time.
All right, everybody.
Thank you.
Hey, everybody, have a great weekend. Take care of each other. Don't forget to wear a mask. Keep the social distancing going, and wash your hands. Be safe and take care of each other. And hopefully, we'll get through this pandemic. And next year, Help or High Water, in person, doing the real speed dating volunteer style. Thank you all very much, and have a great weekend. We'll see you soon.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
And thank you, Pete.
Pete's making those sounds.
And James, thank you so much. Bye.
Bye, guys.
The Retired and Senior Volunteer Program by Pittsburgh Cares is a vibrant and exciting volunteer program for individuals age 55 plus. Make a difference in your community, network, and have fun. To learn more, visit pittsburghcares.org.